Read an ad in the paper, said the hell with it all. Took a gig with the circus, it's the human cannonball. Didn't take long to learn my trick. Very first show nearly blew the folks away. Well, my job's a little risky, but I'm on board. I got a two-year jacket, really gets me off. I live in the tent with the world's strongest man. When I met the mother, he like to broke my girl, she's a lady in the high rack. When I'm feeling tense, she walks on my back with a piece of key and the benefits are great. I get to shoot the bull with the world's smartest tape on. I'm a human cannonball, oh y'all. I'm a human cannonball, oh y'all. Blast off! Blast off! Hey everybody. Well, let's get rid of this. It's TR. And serious discussion today. Tube amps. Tube amps. Events of the world. It's getting hard to get tubes for your tube amps. You might not be able to get tubes for your tube amps. Okay, so here's a scoop. Sanctions on Russia. 3 places in the world make tube amps. China, Russia, Slovakia. And just so you know, Slovakia is pretty darn close to the Ukraine. Okay. Anyhow, apparently China had a fire next door to the factory a year or so ago. They haven't reopened the thing yet. No Chinese tubes. Which is why, when I got my little stage right mono price amp, I was shocked to see JJ tubes in it, not Chinese tubes. Well, that's why. JJ tubes are from Slovakia. The Russian tubes, can you get those? Electro-Harmonix come out with a letter saying at least for the rest of the year, no tubes. Can't trade with Russia. No tubes. That leaves Slovakia, who, from what I understand, is maxed out in their production already. So, therefore, tubes are being scarcer than 22 shells were during the Obama administration. You can't find them. When you can find them, they're expensive. And this is like just came out. I'm sure people hoarded the crap out of them. So my poor tube amps have come to the realization have a finite life right now for the life of whatever the tubes that are in them. I do have several. I do have some that I could share tubes with. I can keep going. But the point of this is my choice was modeling amps are sounding great. Now that's what you're listening to here. This is a modeler. But it's a little positive grid spark, which is great if you're sitting down, it's in front of your face, you play with it, do all kinds of things. But if you want to like put it across the room and crank it up, it's not going to do it for me. So I ordered Line 6 just came out with an amp called the Catalyst. It's a modeler. Tough decision between that and the Boss Katana. Boss Katana actually isn't a modeling amp. I believe it uses regular circuits to make its gain and distortion. The digital stuff is the effects. Although there's pluses to that because they have all of the Boss pedals DNA built into it. And I'm a fan of Boss pedals. That's what I've been playing into my tube amps, is a lot of Boss pedals. But I'm also liking the Spark, which is 100% modeler. I'm taking a leap of faith because the Line 6 Catalyst is a brand new amp. But apparently it's using the engine that they use for the Helix. And I'm very impressed with what the Helix sounds like. Richie Castellan of Band Geeks, Blue Oyster Cult, he uses a Helix, you know, the big boy Helix, the one that's going to cost you $1,600, $1,700, whatever. Maybe more now, it's probably gone up. So I decided I should jump on a modeling amp and get mine. Well, you can still get those. So I'll show you here what I have been relying on. Pick this little number up. It's great. It's got a couple of EL84s and 312AX7s, tubes. Just as a toy, because it's mono price stage right. And here's my old tried and true. This thing's full of tubes. Good old Marshall. And then back here, I'll turn on some lights for you, if that helps or not. This is my DSL-20. I like to call it a quarter stack. 212 slanted cabinet. That has 5 tubes in it. This little bad boy, DSL 1 water, it's all run on preamp tubes. It's got a couple 12A X7s and a 12A U7, but preamp tubes look to be hard to get to. And the bad boy, which will become the tube donor, this thing is full of frickin' tubes. There's 7 tubes in there. And it's got the 34s that the Marshalls would crave. It's got a matched quartet, and then it's got 3 12A X7s. Now these bad boys are solid state, and if you plug the right pedal board into them, you can get them to sound okay. They're much maligned, HDFXs, but you know, I use the clean channel, plug my pedal board into them, I get a reasonable sound, but there's 20-year-old stuff, and yeah, it doesn't sound like these. So I made the decision. TR's going modeling. Apparently the Catalyst does like pedals, so if I do want to keep using this stuff with it, I can. Or I can use what's going to come with it, which I watched some demonstration videos. Sweetwater, Nick Bocott, love the dude. You gotta like an old fart playing guitar, right? Made some really good crunch sounds, high gain sounds. It's like, I think that'll do it for me. I had to decide between the 60 and 100 watt. I thought for out here the 60 is probably plenty. That's the one I ordered. So stay tuned. There will be a review coming up on that as soon as I get it. I guess just that's the way of the world. That's the way we're going now. So that's my news for today, folks. Take care of yourselves. TR out.